this specific story sounds like a movie, and a lot of people are finding it hard to believe how it was possible. A 4-year-old boy has miraculously survived after spending 6 days in wilderness after he got lost. And that specific forest is known to have wildlife like hyenas, tigers, lions, and he was there for 6 days walking, just wandering around. He was lost in the wilderness, but it has a happy ending. At least this story has a happy ending. So this story comes from Kenya. So the child somehow managed to wander over 11 miles from his home in Asa, which is close to the edge of the Tsavo East Wildlife Preserve in Kenya. He was found 6 days later by pilot Ron Carr Hartley. The boy separated from his brothers during a storm as they returned home from a day of herding livestock. When they realized the boy was lost, a search party went out looking but couldn't find him and began to follow his tracks. They did an amazing job tracking him for countless days without food. It was an unforgiving environment for any person to be alone, let alone a child so young, the pilot has said. The pilot also said, with no way of communicating with them while he was in the air, he organized for the search party to walk with white cloth tied to a long stick, which would make it easier to find them in the dense bush. After locating the group in this area, he began to search 4 hours of scanning the sea and vegetations, and he couldn't find anything except for animals like hyenas and jackals. 5 nights after the boy first went missing, the chief contacted the wildlife to say that the search party had found the boy's tracks, but they were 9 miles from the village. After nearly a week of heavy rainfall with no food and predators roaming the area, the pilot made his miraculous discovery. The pilot said he saw a tiny figure below him, so he started circling around that tiny figure so that the search group can see the plane and go in that direction. And thankfully, they understood what the signal meant and they walked in that direction. And after a bit of walking, they found the 4-year-old just wandering around, and they picked him up. There's actually a picture that is just so tough to watch because it's a 4-year-old alone in the wilderness and he just got found, you know, like I can only imagine how his family were feeling. So they picked him up to signify that they got him, and as part of the tradition they were singing and chanting something like he has been found, he's coming home, and holding him up and singing to him, and they got him home safe and sound. And doctors treated him, aside from his feet being scratched up from all the walking. He was okay, he was healthy. And how is this real though? Honestly, 6 days in the wilderness. Where were the hyenas? Where were the lions? Where were the tigers? This is just incredible. The fact that this child, after all that rain, sun, mud, everything that he had to go through, even reptiles, you know, it's the forest, there are so many snakes. The fact that he survived without food and was able to come home safe is just a beautiful, wonderful story. And I think it deserves even to be in a movie or something, because it's just a miraculous story, to say the least. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about this 4-year-old being rescued after 6 days of wandering around in the wilderness in Kenya. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.